Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 9, or Episode 34, called Opening. Reiner ran away.
Yes.
Reiner ran away when Bertolt took that header down off the wall. He popped out of his Titan form.
Was carried off.
Reiner has everybody. Bertolt, Ymir, Eren.
Yes.
Got a bit of the backstory of how Mikasa and Armin usually come to Eren's rescue.
I think we're gonna see that happen again.
So will it just be the group of 3, or will a whole bunch of them go try to save Eren?
They have to save Eren. He's the key. I think more than just that little group will go. And the title makes me think this is the beginning of a new arc kind of storyline to go save him, find the village.
Maybe they'll find the opening in the wall they've been searching for, even though we have said it doesn't exist. And after much confusion last episode, we finally realized that the Titan is running toward Wall Maria, toward the basement, toward the outside world.
We'll see what happens. More questions than answers, as per usual, which is what we love about AOT.
So let's dive in. Let's get started. Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 9 is coming right now.
Wait, are they all going after Eren? Did we set that up already?
Covered from her steam burn.
例の歩けない巨人を捕獲した村。ラガコ村ですか。そいつをこの目で。何バカなこと言ってんですか。その体で馬なんか乗ったらバラバラになりますよ。何か引っかかる。調べる必要が。わかりました。
I know better than to argue with
私が
you.
行きますから。どうぞ気絶でもして
How
く
does
だ
she
さ
think
い。
she's gonna ride a horse when she can barely crawl?
展開せよ。索敵陣形を取る。エレン。おうエレン。起きたか。
This is going to be interesting.
Going back.
腕が。エレン。見ろよ。私もこの通りだ。お互い今日は辛い日だな。
They're going back though.
なんで俺の腕がねえんだ。それはすまん。俺がやったんだ。なんせ急いでいたからな。慌ててうなじに噛みついたら、お前の両腕をないがしろにしちまったんだ。そうか。俺は負けたのか。
Actually, you're about to win.
エレン、やめろ。まあ待てよエレン。よく周りを見てみろ。ここはウォールマリア内にある巨大樹の森だ。壁からだいぶ離れたところにある。
Those Titans are still. Can you imagine if they were still waiting from last time?
見ろよ。あれも気候種って言うんだろうか。 くつろいでいるように見えるが、目だけはしっかりこっ
He
ちを見
is
てるな。
Creepy.
下には
Yeah.
細かいのが多い。これも十分脅威だ。あっちにはでかいのもいるぞ。見てるだけで近づいてこない。繊細なんだろうな、きっと。そんで奴らだ。せこい奴らめ。二人だけ立体起動装置をつけてやがる。ライナーのはお前がつけてたやつだよ。闇雲に今ここで巨人化しちまうのは得策とは思えない。あいつらも同じことができる上に木の高いところに逃げることもできる。そうじゃなくても周りは巨人だらけなんだ。この巨人の領域内を生き抜くのは巨人の力を持っていても困難だ。わかるだろう。暴れてる余裕はないんだって。
いや、そもそも今お前らは巨人になれん。そんな都合のいい代物じゃねえのさ。体力は限られている。今はお前らの体を修復するので手一杯のようだ。
Which I did on purpose.
バカが。誰がてめえの言葉なんか信用するか。
Because I'm a Titan, I know.
まあ、巨人の力について私も詳しく知ってるわけじゃないからな。その辺の仕組みはあんたらと違ってよう知らん。なあ、ライナー。エレンが目を覚ましたら話すって言ってたろ。あんたたちはこれから私らをどうするつもりなんだ。
Are we gonna get some answers?
俺たちの故郷に来てもらう。
Flippin'
おとなしくしろっ
hometown.
て言って従うわけがないことぐらい分かってる。だがユミルの言う通り、ここは巨人の巣窟だ。ここで今俺らが殺し合ったって、弱ったところを他の巨人に食われるだけだ。つまり巨人が動かなくなる夜まで、俺たちはここにいるしかねえのさ。
So those aren't
お
the
前
same
らが俺
Titans
ら
as
を
them.
出し抜くにしろ、俺らがお前らを連れ去るにしろ、夜まで待つしかない。
鎧の巨人のまま走って故郷に帰らず、こんなところに立ち寄った理由は何だ。疲れたから休憩してんのか。
お前の想像に任せる。
考えろ。隙を見て巨人化したとして、ここから走り去るのはそんなに難しいことじゃないように思える。だがそもそも俺はまともに巨人化できるのか。ライナーができないというように、もしくはライナーでさえここで休まざるを得ない現状を鑑みるに、下手に体力のない巨人を生み出せば他の巨人にやられちまうってことか。
単純に夜になるのを待ってるってことか。
それもあるかもな。
いや、そもそも夜にならなくたって
So they can
俺
operate
ら
at
の体が
nightfall?
治りきるのを奴らが待ってるはずがない。俺らが無力なうちに手を打つはずだ。このままじゃ何もできねえ。このままじゃ。あの後みんなどうなった？調査兵団は？まさかこっちに向かってねえよな。そんなことしたらみんな無事じゃ済まないぞ。
つうか、あの城の巨人は夜なのに平気で動いてたぞ。ここの巨人はどうだ？
ここの巨人は夜には動けない。そんなことお前なら分かってるんだろう、ユミル。
そういやユミル。
Alright, it's theory time. Go ahead.
Okay, so she asked the question that I was thinking. So we have come to learn from the types of titans that Hanji has captured and from all that they need daylight to survive, like plants, photosynthesis. But yeah, the fight at the castle was at night and they were moving, so it's like, okay, what is the difference? And then your theory about different factions is interesting because we've seen the dopey looking ones attack Eren. The armor, like Reiner and them, seem to think that they'll do the same thing to them. So I think your theory about factions is accurate.
I have a theory update.
Okay, what is it?
So the ones who were attacking the castle, I think were somehow linked to the ape. So
Okay,
I
yeah.
think the ones who are connected to, I don't know what you would consider the ape, the sentient
the
one
leader.
or whatever, they can probably be driven to make decisions and do things outside of their normal behavior.
Okay.
So that's why those ones could move at night. If these ones aren't attached to anyone, they probably just do their normal behavior and like sleep at night. I think something drives them, like one of the controls. I don't know how they make that connection or if they make their own little pods or whatever, but that's what comes to mind when I think about the castle situation versus these ones. Although there are abnormals here, so I don't know if they're connected because
Part of me thinks that they each operate in their own society, and then the beast is like the head of
Yeah.
one society. And
Yeah.
while there may be aberrants and different types within the same society, much like human society, maybe they operate as
hierarchy.
as a pack
Yeah.
or whatever.
yeah. So maybe they can tell that these ones aren't part of the pack, so they're not gonna.
But the ones that are just like locked in, they almost seem like spies. But you know what I mean? Like,
More sentient though, like they're there for a purpose.
yeah, and it's like, why are you watching? Like, what are you watching for? To
Yeah.
report back to someone?
Yeah. Someone's probably giving them orders too, but we don't know who.
That's what I was getting at.
なぜ巨人になれる？俺と同じで何も知らないってわけでもなさそうだが、味方なのか？こいつの目的もよくわからない。もともとよくわからないやつではあったが、決めたぞ。とにかくだ。情報を集める。まずできるだけこいつらから情報を引き出して、この状況を切り抜ける。そのためにも今は感情を噛み殺せ。
Not your strength.
体を修復しろ。
Ooh, I like this.
3時の方向に巨人演弾を。右翼後方で新演弾確認。進路は返す。右翼のみ一旦中央に合流させてやり過ごす。タイムリミットは日没までだ。極力最短ルートを維持せよ。ミカサ、おいミカサ、ミカサ、少し力抜け。さっきから先行しがちだぞ。陣形が乱れるじゃねえか。気持ちはわかるがな。だが言ったろ、エレンはおとなしく捕まってるようなやつじゃねえって。違うか。あいつは絶対諦めねえ。だから俺たちは焦らず、その代わり絶対に行くんだよ。あの時みたいにな。
ライナー、水はないのか？どうにかしないとこのまま干からびて死ぬぞ。
I think it's interesting I think we're starting to see Eren maturing a little bit and not just rushing into a situation and trying to beat it with brute force. He was thinking through, he listened, he thought about the consequences of just trying to fight his way out right now, and he's going to collect information. I think this is the first time we see him really think before just lashing out.
Because he doesn't have Mikasa and Armin there.
I don't think they ever factored into his decisions. He still did that anyway. He's starting to think tactically. Maybe Armin's washing off on him or rubbing off on him.
Washing off.
Wrong word.
Man, oh man.
Yes, there have been a few of those. But I'm curious to see how he goes about getting information, because I don't think this is his strong suit.
Well, how forthcoming are Reiner and Bertolt going to be? Or can they just not help themselves?
Reiner seems like somebody who just wants to talk. So, maybe we'll get some answers.
Probably not.
確かにそれは死活問題だが、この状況じゃ手に入れるのは無理だ。
おっしゃる通り、状況はクソったれだな。まったく。
そういや、昨日の午前からだったか。巨人が湧いてからずっと働き詰めじゃねえか。ろくに飲まず食わずで何より寝てねえ。まあ幸い壁は壊されてなかったんだから、ひとまずは休ませてもらいてえもんだ。昇格の話はその後でいい。ライナ。いや、そんくらいの働きはしたと思うぜ俺たちは。あのわけのわからねえ状況下でよく動けたもんだよ。兵士としてそれなりの評価と待遇があってもいいと思うんだがな。
Oh.
Giving away information without even knowing it.
ライナーさんよ。何を言ってんだ、あんた。
なんだよ。別に今すぐ隊長に昇格させろなんて言ってないだろ。
They aren't on the
では
same
なくて
side. They have no idea.
ああ、そういや。お前らあの大砲どっから持ってきたんだよ。あの時は本当に助かったぜ。そんでもってその後のクリスタなんだが、ありゃどう見ても俺に気があるよな。おい、実はクリスタはいつも俺に対して特別な。
I don't think anybody knows what's going on but them.
てめえ、ふざけてんのか。
何起こってんだよエレン。俺が何かまずいこと言ったか。
殺されてんなら普通にそう言え。
待てよエレン。ありゃどう見ても普通じゃねえよ。そうだろベルトルさん。
Is he losing his mind?
何か知ってんならいい加減黙ってないで何とかしてやれよ。
は？
ライナー、君は兵士じゃないだろう。僕らは戦士なんだから。
ライナー、何を。
おい、なんでマルコが食われてる。ああ、そうだったな。
What? Does he not know or remember? He was the one who casually said it.
Does he have
Amnesia?
PTSD amnesia, or I am so confused right now.
Does he think that he was fighting the Titans?
That's my read. He doesn't.
Like, I can understand why Aaron's upset, because he's like, dude, why are you talking like that when you're like trying to hurt all of our friends?
Yes.
Ymir is confused to the max, and Bertolt's the only one that's like, dude, what?
I wonder if they split, like, mind-wise, Titan, human. There,
Are we
something is
missing
off.
something? Did we, or is this a revelation for everybody who watches this episode?
No, I don't think we missed anything. I think he's having trouble separating or remembering things.
Because they used the term soldier when they were fighting for the scout regiment.
Yes.
And then he switched and used the word warrior when he became a Titan.
That was my instinct. So.
And he kept talking in this moment about being soldier, and then Bertolt was like, no, you're a warrior.
Yes, I got the impression that he just forgot that he was a Titan. Or couldn't put it together.
Okay.
Maybe it has to do with him only being able to go half Titan. Like maybe something is wrong
No,
with
he's
him.
the armored Titan.
Then maybe he extended himself too far.
I don't know, man. This is weird.
This is strange.
なんだそりゃ。
なんとなくだが分
Tell
かった
us,
気がする
please.
おかしいと思ったよ。壁を破壊した奴が命がけでコニーを助けたりなんてな。自分が矛盾したことやってんのに無自覚だったんだよ。なんでそんなことになったのか知らんが、おそらく本来は壁の破壊を目的とする戦士だったが、兵士を演じて生活するうちにどちらが本来の自分かわからなくなった。
A Stockholm syndrome type of deal?
いや、もしくは罪の意識に耐えられず、心の均衡を保つために無意識に自分は壁を守る兵士の一人だと逃避し、そう思い込むようになったんだ。その結果、心が分裂し、記憶の改ざん、話が噛み合わなくなることが多々あったって様子だな。ベルトルさんの呆れ顔を見るに。すげえな。お前の実直すぎる性格じゃそうなってる。
黙れ。口を閉じろ。
悪かったよ。
She's like,
詮索が過
I'm
ぎた。
gonna use this later.
ふざけんじゃねえよ。なんで被害者面してんだお前は。どういうつもりだ。あの日どういうつもりで俺たちの話を聞いてたんだ。
Bertolt's like, I'm thinking the same thing.
なあベルトルト、お前だよ腰巾着野郎。俺は話したよな、お前らの目の前で俺の母さんが食われた時の話を。やめろーしたよな。お前が蹴り破った扉の破片が俺の家に直撃したから母さんは逃げらんなかったんだって知ってんだろ。話したもんな。どう思った？
Bertolt's the evil one.
あの時どう思ったんだ？
あの時は気の毒だと思ったよ。
そうか。お前らな。お前らは兵士でも戦士でもねえよ。
Cowards.
ただの人殺しだ。
Or murderers.
何の罪もない人たちを大勢殺した大量殺人鬼だ。んなことは分かってんだよ。お前にわざわざ教えてもらわなくてもな。じゃあ一丁前に人らしく悩んだりしてんじゃねえよ。もう人間じゃねえんだぞお前らは。この世界を地獄に変えたのはお前らなんだぞ。分かってんのか人殺しが。その人殺しに何を求めてんだよお前は。反省してほしいのか、謝ってほしいのか、それでお前は満足かよ。もうお前が知る俺らはいねえんだぞ。泣きわめいて気が済むならそのままわめき続けてろ。
Those trees are huge, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
そうだな。俺がまだ甘かったんだ。俺は頑張るしかねえ。頑張ってお前らができるだけ苦しんで死ぬように努力するよ。
Do they not have a choice about what they're doing?
The fact that they refer to themselves as warriors makes me think they're part of a group or another clan hierarchy sent to do something. But, I mean, you hear about stories.
And it's like undercover, you know, like
Yeah.
undercover cops sometimes get so wrapped up in what
Yeah.
they're doing that they start to actually like be that persona. That's
Well-
what I'm getting from Reiner.
Yes, agreed. And then you also see soldiers go rogue in battle and just do unfathomable things. Like, I wonder if they were actually supposed to kick a hole in the wall, or if it was just...
No, but he was talking about, like, after fighting Eren, he was worried that there was going to be a hole in the wall, or they wanted a hole in the wall.
I don't know. I'm wondering if breaching the wall...
I think he's just, like, so confused.
Yeah. But Berthold's the one who originally kicked a hole in the wall. I'm wondering
Colossal.
Yes. I'm wondering if he's just making mischief.
Berthold.
Yes. If he's just gone rogue and doing his own thing, and
But then there's the Titans that live in the wall.
maybe they don't know that.
Oh my god.
This is wild.
But then for Berthold to be like, yeah, I felt sorry for you. There is some, like, or there was some humanity there.
Yes.
Like, I felt sorry for you that you lost your mother. Even though my kind were responsible for it. But are they his kind? Because they were, like, the dopey ones.
Well, I mean, he was directly responsible for pinning Eren's mom with the, like, he's on the hook. I wonder if it was just like a lashing out and then he did it and then he feels guilty. Like, how many people do that? They do something without thinking and then all of a sudden the consequences are there.
Oh my gosh, this is getting twisty.
The more I listen to these two talk, the more it doesn't seem like they have an actual strategy and that they were sent out like as kids.
Yeah.
そうじゃねえだろ。頼むぜエレン。そんなガキみたいなこと言ってるようじゃ期待できねえよ。
I'm like Mikasa, but not
No,
as nice
I
to
know.
you.
あの猿は何だ。
Tell us.
猿、何のことだ。
知らなかったのか。その割にはあの時のお前ら二人してガキみてえに目を輝かせて見てたよな。あの猿を。
なんだ猿って。
まあ聞け。その猿って獣の巨人が今回の騒ぎの元凶だよ。壁の中に巨人を発生させたんだ。目的は威力偵察ってところかな。こいつらが目指してんのもそいつのところさ。そいつを目指せばお前らの故郷に帰れるんだろ。
お前知ってんのかよ。何を知ってる。知ってること全部話せ。
待てよ。私にもいろいろ
But
都
Eren
合
doesn't
があ
know
る
she's
ん
a
だ。
Titan,
な
does
ん
he?
だよ都合って。
I don't know.
エレン、あの二人をやっつけて終わりだと思ってんのなら、そりゃ大きな勘違いだ。
はあ、敵は何だ。
敵？そりゃ言っちまえば
ユミル、お前はこの世界に先があると思うのか。そこまで分かってんなら身の振り方考えろ。お前次第ではこっち側に来ることも考えられるだろう。
信用しろって。無理だな。そっちは私を信用できない。
いいや、信用できる。お前の目的はクリスタを守ることだろう。それだけに関して言えば信頼し合えるはずだ。冗談言ってるように見えるかもしれんが、クリスタだけは何とかしたいという思いを俺たちが受け入れられないと思うか。
What's the deal with Krista?
俺たちよりもエレンの力の方が頼りになるのか。
は
お前はエレンを利用してここから逃れることを考えてたようだ。俺らに連れて行かれたらまず助からないと思ったからだ。正直に言うがその通りだ。俺らについてもお前の身の安全は保証されない。だがクリスタ一人くらいなら俺たちで何とかできるかもしれない。自分のわずかな命かクリスタの未来か、選ぶのはお前だ。
この世界に先がないって。なんだ猿ってなんだ。どういうことだ。おいおい言えよ。
敵の正体はユミル。
さあな。
決まりだ。残念だったなエレン。
調査兵団がもう。
チキショ
くそ、ユミルのやつここへ来て。
So he's just gonna kick her off the
あと
branch?
1時間もすれば日没だ。
Okay, so it sounds like they want Krista to be a legitimate heir to the throne, or to her father's title, or whatever.
Oh, that's interesting, because I thought she played some role in some Titan unification or...
Well, we don't know who her dad is.
Well, that's true. Beast Titan.
Can you imagine if Krista's dad?
But, so Bertolt and Reiner and Ymir are not on the same side.
Well, cause I just keep going out. Bertolt remembered Ymir eating his friend. And I don't know, maybe it was a mistaken identity, but you would think that that goblin face is not forgettable.
How many factions are there?
I don't know, but like, all the people who told me that Ymir's goal is not to protect Krista, Reiner just said it. That's what I was saying back in the thing, remember?
Yeah.
Like several episodes ago, I was like, oh, Ymir wants to protect Krista.
But does Ymir want to protect Krista for her own reason? Like, do they have a thing? Or is she on a mission?
It was
Or-
implied that that Ymir has a thing for Krista, but she also wants her to like be recognized. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now Reiner's bringing up that. I wonder if
We can't guarantee.
Krista's dad is something. They want Krista to make a push for his title.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, what was your theory?
No, similar to that Krista's somehow bridges humanity and Titans, or his dad is somebody as powerful in the Titans. Because they said, we can't guarantee your safety, but maybe we can guarantee Krista's. And then part of me is like, is she part of her own faction, or is she just a single rogue agent?
I feel like
or-
she's on her own.
I kind of get that impression as well. But her goals are somewhat at odds with the fact, like, there's some weird...
I don't think she understands the politics of the Titan world.
Yeah.
I think she's just literally been figuring it out on her
So
own.
she must have been like Eren at one point, where she didn't realize she was a Titan.
That's my guess, but then I feel like Annie is in the Reiner Bertolt category.
Agreed.
But then did you notice how Reiner cut Ymir off again?
Yes.
I was like, she's about to say some valuable information. Stop cutting her off.
Yeah. Oh.
And Eren is just completely in the dark.
Yeah, and we continue to get some sort of picture of a little bit what's happening, but it's fuzzy all the way around. And yet again, Eren doesn't want to understand any of the context. He just was like, who's the enemy? Black and white, give it to me. So,
Exactly.
like, pay attention.
I thought they were
attention.
gonna look at him and be like, your dad. I was ready for it.
Interesting episode.
Interesting episode.
In terms of the dialogue, I'm curious. We saw the smoke from the scout party. Are they under an hour away from it being nighttime? Is Eren going to try and slow them down? I'm curious.
What
to see
reason
happens.
does Eren have to go slow them down?
No, he wants to slow Reiner and Bertolt from leaving. Like, can he stay
I thought you
there?
meant going slow the party down.
No,
Like,
no, slow down
Okay.
them leaving so that they can catch up. It'll be. Oof. Next episode could be a banger.
lots of questions. Still lots of questions, but the intrigue keeps us sticking around. You know what I mean? You can't
Definitely.
look away. So let us know your thoughts. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more Attack on Titan coming next week. Bye.